he has all the tools. I really do. But he has to now. What we need to see, guys, is now we have to see those battle tested moments, right? That's when we're going to really learn about JJ, right? Because he hasn't had that yet um, as a starter, and that will be the next step in his progression and his ascension to be whatever quarterback he's going to be. Because we've had, we have other programs. You have kids that go into your program that show signs of being special, um, but then they hit certain roadblocks. Sometimes they can have a really good first year, just like I want to draw a blank guy for North Carolina. He's in the NFL now.
Who?
Why am I drawing a
Sam
blank?
Howell, quarterback.
Sam Howell. Sam Howell had a fantastic true freshman year. Highly recruited kid, I think 4-star kid, 4 or 5-star kid coming out of North Carolina. Had a fantastic freshman year, but then had like a sophomore slump. Hit the following year or his third year, he wasn't quite as good as effective. Now that part of that was due to his offensive line, part of that was doing his receivers, receiver turnover in the program. But the point is that there's a certain level of development, and it's not always linear, like a line, straight lines. What I'm trying to say. So we should feel really good about where JJ is, but also recognize that he will have some, what the heck moments, because that's part of it. And we're going to have to be able to, as a fan base, to accept that and recognize what it is. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see this kid continue to develop and grow. But that's power down on where he is right now. He has a lot. He still has a lot to prove.
Can anyone confirm this? Account 22 says Harbaugh just named JJ the starter in the post game press conference.
We haven't looked at the prep. We've been on here the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Everything. Yeah, that's an older one. Well, hopefully he.
He
If
did
that
say
happens,
we'll start JJ next week. He did say that. Okay.
such a
Which,
Harbaugh
which,
way to do it, right? Exactly.
which
But
is simply
sure,
saying that he's a starter. He's a
I guess
starter.
I gotta take that, right? Like, what
Dude,
else?
just say he's a starter. I mean, like, what we'll start JJ next week. Okay, well, what is this? Okay,
I think as long as it's a game where Jim is pretty sure that they're gonna win, I think he's gonna do this 2 quarterback thing. But to me, because we've got what UConn next week, and then Maryland, right? If I'm getting my weeks right.
yeah,
Um, Next week's the last week to be doing this back and forth thing, especially too because of the way that the offense looked when JJ was there and then when Cade was in there. Like it looked slower, it looked less explosive, like it just didn't look as cohesive. Like and you need to at this point in the season be trying to get your number one offense is in top notch shape, the best it can possibly be. Like we don't, and I've said this before, we don't have time to play to anyone's ego. Anyone, especially a player, we don't have time to play to anybody's ego. And if the decision is JJ, then you get Cade in the meeting room, get him in Harbaugh's office, and you have a man-to-man conversation. Listen, what you did for us last year, the way you played, the way you led us was incredible. Like you were our starting quarterback. You were a level hand the entire season, played really well. And even, this season, you were voted team captain. That's not a fluke. Your peers did that for a reason, is because they respect you. They respect how you carry yourself. They would go to battle for you. That is why they voted you a team captain. And our situation right now is JJ's going to be our starting quarterback, and you're going to be our backup.
yeah,
And it's not that we don't appreciate what you've done for Michigan. We will always do that. That trophy over there that says Big Ten champions, you had a big part in that. So that's never going to
absolutely,
change. But
absolutely.
this is where we're at. JJ is
And,
going to be the starting quarterback. We just feel like he gives us the best opportunity to win, and
yeah,
and just leave it at that. I
yeah,
mean
and I
that.
see a lot of people saying this. They want to say, I just want to make sure K deserves respect, man. And I don't agree, guys. I've seen some people say, well, K should be the number 3, be the 4th string. Come on now. No, the kid is struggling, but I think a big part of it is he's pressing because he's in this limbo of where he still believes, maybe due to the coach saying that he does, that there's been like this opportunity to win his job back. But I think once Harbaugh fully announces, hey, this is over. This is the direction we're going. This is what this means for you. Hey, JJ's going to be the starter. But we respect you. You're highly, you know the offense. You run it well. You'll be the number two. And if something happens, you'll be the first guy in the game. And if Cade's willing to accept that, and let's say JJ, you know, does get nicked up or has to come out the game for a little bit, I think you will see a lot more of a composed Cade if he accepts that role, because that's more of him, more composed. The guy that we're watching right now is not the real Cade McNamara. He's not this bad. He's been bad the last 2 weeks, and that's not to say that he should be the starter. No, it's clear JJ should be the guy going forward. This is his time now. But Cade's not this bad, guys, and he is the definite number two. So, because you never know, guys. Let's say some point during this year, we know JJ likes to run, and he's young. We've seen Trevor Lawrence get knocked out of a game, and Kelly Bryant's had to come in right after Trevor Lawrence had a starting job back in Clemson.
No. Chase Rice, I think his name was. So Kelly Bryant was gone.
Kelly Love at that point
when Trevor had got hurt, and it was Chase. Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts now. He ended up transferring to Duke, but I think it's like Chase Rice, Chase Bryant, something like that. But it was not Kelly Bryant. He was gone at that point.
Yeah. Well, anyway, my point is that you just never know, guys. Be careful, because there may be a point in time this season where we may need Cade again. We may need Cade to step into a tough game that, and if something happened to JJ, and I don't know, because only one hit, maybe he rolls an ankle or he takes a hit and he's in concussion protocol or something like that. You need Cade to come in and have a couple good drives. Well, he has the experience to do that, and so I'm just saying, I know that we're happy with JJ going forward, but I think we just need a little bit careful and not have amnesia. Be prisoners of the moment, have amnesia. What that kid helped us do. By no means was he the main driver. I'm not saying that, but he definitely played a big role, and we need to recognize that. But hey, it's a JJ show, baby, and we're moving forward.